Hey everyone, so today we're reviewing random accessories off AliExpress for the 2019 Tesla Model 3. Let's start with this thing. Alright, so this thing is a sunshade. It's for the back seats, but it just goes in like that. It's basically held in by friction, doesn't do anything fancy at all. Don't expect to open your window when you have this thing installed because it will fall right through. It's pretty cheap, it's probably one of the cheaper options. It's great if you have like a baby, baby seat here and it's too sunny, just pop that in. But yeah, think of it as I guess a cheap solution to this. I'm sure there are better ones, but this is AliExpress. So yeah, pretty good for the price. Fits okay. It's not exactly cut to the exact window. They basically have these kind of flappy bits on the end where they expect you to just kind of roughly position it in place. There is still a little bit of light leak, but it's more than good enough. It also comes with these small triangle pieces. Obviously you have to order them separately, so you can choose whichever pieces you want, but I also got the triangle pieces. But honestly, you probably don't need this. This big window is where all the lights coming in anyway, so probably don't need this triangle piece. Putting this in is easy. Taking it out is quite hard because it is basically cut to exactly the same shape as that. There's not much, it's pretty tight tolerance, so putting it in is easy. Taking it out will require you to basically scrunch this up a little bit. It would be great if they had a pull tab, but they don't, so you have to either pinch the material and pull it out. Otherwise, yeah, it fits great. It's just that taking it out is a bit hard. Alright, so staying at the back of the car here, the next accessory is for this center console, this rear center console. So if you're like me, if you have a dog, or maybe if you have small kids, you'll notice that this thing gets scratched super easily. So I have a small dog and he likes to put his paws here, and as you can see, it has been scratched to hell. So if you do have something that could scratch the back of this is like soft touch plastic. It scratches super easily. What I can recommend you is get one of these things, again off AliExpress. It's just a faceplate which goes over the rear center console like this. It doesn't quite match the color. It's a little bit darker. The texture is different. It's like a hard, smooth plastic, whereas the bottom or the actual plastic down here is like a soft touch plastic. But I think having this over, making it look a little bit different than stock is not a bad idea if it prevents you from getting scratches. So it has cutouts for your air vents and for your USB ports, which is great. It has basically double-sided tape on the bottom, so you can peel it off, stick it on, and if you don't like it, take it off. So from the front, it looks like this. There is a bit of an edge. You're not really going to look at it unless if you're the driver, you're facing forward, you're not going to look backwards and see that slight edge. Alright, hopping to the front here, basically the next two accessories are for the center console here. Now if you have a 2019 Model 3, you know that there's a massive cavernous hole down here. I have some cables here at the moment, but yeah, the space is great, but it's a bit hard to use. You have to, if you drop anything in there, it's going to be at the bottom. So there are some trays you can get, again off AliExpress. This one here has been flocked. That means it's got like a soft touch kind of texture to it, kind of like a carpet type of feel. This one's great. It's just a very basic tray. You just plop it in there and it just basically stays there based on friction. This one is actually a bit tight, so if you leave it in there after a while, it kind of sinks in, and then taking it out takes a little bit of force. There's another one here, again off AliExpress. This one has a little bit more features. Has a little door on the bottom there. Now this door comes off very easily, so if you just open it fully, it will basically pop off. The hinge is basically just like a friction hinge where you slot it in there and then it clicks. Anytime it opens fully, it basically pops out. It can close like this. The idea is, you can have a little trap door to get to the stuff underneath, but honestly, you would never use this door. So I was using this tray and I basically just kept that door closed the entire time. It comes with these rubber mats which go on top, so you can basically treat that door as useless. They have the coin holders here, which is pretty cool. They're spring loaded, so you can slide coins in here. Now, of course, depending on your country, the coins may or may not fit. And then also there's this kind of tray over on this side here. Again, it's got a rubber mat which just sits on top. There's nothing holding it down. But this one is pretty good. It sits in there. It's a little bit easier to take out. It doesn't get stuck as much. Honestly, I've used both for a while, and I think I might go back to this one. This is the original one I was using for about a year. So I think I might switch back to this one. I like the coin holders. They're pretty good. This door is pretty useless, but yeah, just think of it as a tray, forget the door even exists. Okay, the last and I think most interesting accessory from AliExpress is this magnetic hidden storage tray. Now, it is magnetic, it is a storage tray. It's not quite hidden. I guess it's hidden from the driver and the passenger, but it's not hidden from people outside the vehicle. So this tray basically sits behind this screen here, and it holds itself to the screen via magnets. So the tray looks like this. So this is the top of the tray. On the top of the tray, there's a second magnet up here, and it comes with some magnetic plates. So if you want to, 3M tape this to, maybe a perfume holder or whatever thing that you want to put on this tray, it will magnetically attach to that magnet there, and then it will stay in place when you're driving. Now, the tray itself attaches to the screen using this bracket down here. Now, it's magnetic because there's 2 magnets, or there's 4 magnets on either end of this bracket, and then it basically just attaches like this, and basically sits behind the screen. So the screen is here, and then the screen stand is sticking out from the car, and this clamps around it, and then it will sit like this. So installing the tray is super easy, barely an inconvenience. So basically you just put it on top like this. It rests on the wood grain here. You grab the bottom handle piece, and then basically the forward arrow means you want it to face this way. You pop it underneath, the magnet aligns on both ends, and then basically this is in place now. It's not moving at all. Now the magnets align pretty well. It's not 100% perfect. I think it looks a bit worse on that side, but it's still not too bad. It still holds it in place. It's not perfectly aligned, but it's good enough. And the tray looks like that. So just behind the screen there, so you can barely see it. When you're driving, you can't see it at all. And then you can put your tissue box there, like so. And then it's hidden there. And then when you're driving, it's out of sight. So there you go. I guess that's the hidden tray. So yeah, I think that's my favorite accessory at the moment. I guess it goes against my other video talking about where to best put your e-tag, and I decided not to put it there because I thought it was ugly. So now I put a tissue box there. But anyway, check out that video if you want to know the best place to put the e-tag. Anyway, I hope this was useful, and thanks for watching.